Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, co-host and producer Jason Bryce, and always co-host Coach Marcus Bullock. Coming to you on a very rainy weekend, rainy Sunday. We got a lot to get into today. Going to preview the Sixers and the Celtics. Got the Knicks and the Heat. Got a lot to talk about with the Eagles and National NBA, Phillies. A little bit of everything on the docket today.
You said National NBA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like me to clarify with that?
No, I'm good. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, I had to think about it too.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it, right?
Well, I think he's saying just
the whole NBA,
not just the Sixers.
Okay,
Exactly.
I
We got to
got
talk
you.
about the whole NBA.
The national scene.
The national scene.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Clarity. See, that's right.
You know what?
I live for it.
You know what? I can tell you. I don't know why. I'm only going maybe like 68% this morning. Kind of dragging. I think it's the rain.
Oh, are you sick?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
All
just, if it was, it would be to shut down the show right away. That's what we know. Excuse me. Sorry for this broadcast interruption.
It's all good.
You'd have like back in the day.
It's all good. It's all good. So,
Jay, how you doing this morning?
Yo, man, I'm doing good. A little tired, a little raspy. But doing all right, man. You know what I'm saying? We out of these little tournaments and whatever. It is fun, though. I'll be honest with you. Basketball is a fun sport. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get old. Even though you're trying to shape and mold young minds, you know what I'm saying? The young mind is something else. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of when I was younger and how much I thought I knew and just was prepared for the world. And now I look back now, like, I ain't know nothing. Like, I ain't know. And the one thing that kids struggle with is that, when things start breaking down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's like it spreads, man.
It's contagious.
It's contagious, man. You know what I'm saying? But getting over that mental hurdle is something. It's hard to maneuver. Shout out to all the coaches and everybody that has to maneuver that with kids, because that's a hard maneuver. You know what I'm saying? I was giving a kind of comparison like, y'all my family. And y'all get on my nerves, but I don't get to say, you know what?
Right.
I'm done. I need me a new family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to figure it out. I got to work on it. I got to figure it out. And you know what I'm saying? So, it's still a joy, though, because there were moments that they get it. Yeah. And then we're like, okay, we're playing basketball. We're in the game. We're there. But then now it's 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now we need to make a push. We may be down 7. We make a push. We don't make a push. We miss a closeout on a 3, and then it just trickles down from there. You know what I'm saying? It just trickles down from there. So, but other than that, doing well. Doing well, man. Let's go Knicks, baby. Let's go Knicks. In fact, I wish I had my New York stuff on. That's what I wanted to do. But I was going to get my old man on this morning. Went and got some turkey wings, you know what I mean? I get some turkey wings from the turkey wing spot. So, but I wish I had my Knicks stuff on, man, because that's my number 2 team.
I was gonna say I would have thought there would have been like a Sixers hat, Knicks shirt.
That's tomorrow.
That's
tomorrow. We put Philly on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But today is about the Knicks. Now I'm not sure what I'm wearing because I don't really got no Knick apparel like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But doing well.
I always enjoy the path to get to the point.
Oh,
I always enjoy it.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Just follow along.
Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Same thing. Running around these tournaments, a lot of travel. Got more travel coming up this week, but all's good, man. Same thing. It's the thing I see with these kids that I'm coaching. I'm coaching a 16U team. And we're playing at a pretty high level, probably higher than our talent level, which makes it even tougher because now you're battling kind of 2 things. It's just the consistency, man. Like we literally played 3 really good games in a row. And then the 4th game, it was like we went all the way back to our first practice season, like we had never played before. And it's just like, just getting them to stay consistent. And it's long weekends. It's a lot, you're in the gym for 8-9 hours waiting for your game, things like that. So I get it. It's tough. But just try to stay focused and all that stuff is that's all you got to do.
Yeah. Now, how many games you have in the whole weekend?
So this weekend we played 4. We played we played 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Gotcha.
Oh, you had a Friday, John.
We played at 2:20 on Friday, and then 9:20 on Friday.
See, that's where
that's a tough time.
See, that's why I don't understand those things. I think they do that on purpose because did you stay out there that night? Or you came back?
I did not. I had to come back because I had to do something here the next morning.
Right. So then you had to go back.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I think they do that purposely to see and make you stay. They must got some type of articulation with the hotels.
They definitely do that.
They have to.
But I think because even when we were out in Pittsburgh, it was the same kind of thing. You're going to have a 7-hour gap, 6-hour gap between your games. And I think the thought process is you want these kids to be as fresh. Their thought process is as fresh as possible to play at a high level in these live period tournaments where college coaches are there. But what I think it kind of does the opposite, because now you play, you get done, like we got done at 3:30 our first game, and now it's 20 minutes to the hotel. If you leave, you got to pay for parking.
Again,
so now
right.
people are like, Right. So now you have them eating like, the hot dogs and fries from the place,
That's right.
And then now they're sitting around watching these games. And then around 8:00, they're like, oh, we got to start moving. And
Right.
warm-ups are trash. And, so it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Especially in certain areas. So, I mean, like Atlantic City, we had the 3:00 game and then 8:50. Okay. So that's a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
But you got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So even though if you move the car, it's $20 again. So I'm like, yo, I'm not walking. You know what I'm saying? I got my low top ones on. I'm not walking. I'm like, yo, let me go, you know what I'm saying, move the car, whatever. We went to the Back Bay Ale House, had a drink,
that's a
you know
good
what I'm saying? Good spot, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, went there, had,
Little mason jars.
word.
Yes.
Nice little spot. Cool out, and the weather got kind of nice a little bit, so it was a nice little thing, be out there with the family, Jay out with his friends or whatever, and we hit the boardwalk for some funnel cake. So you had things to kick up, beat up the time.
Yeah.
In fact, it was like, damn, we gotta be back now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit the outlet real quick, you know what I'm saying? But now, as Randy laughs, Spooky Nook, I don't know what well, Lancaster got some stuff out there too. Is it in the heart of it?
Depends where you go.
Or is it like... Is it on? I guess it's like a strip. Was that Lincoln Highway or something?
It's out. Yes, but no. So they have the outlets out there.
Right, but is it close to Spooky Nook?
The outlets are like 25 minutes.
Right, so that's nice.
So it's like you're
still traveling, man.
And then what you got to think about is everybody who's at that event is going to the outlet.
It's going to the outlet.
So I went yesterday I went, I was like, I just got to get out of this gym. I've been in here too long. And I walk in Nike and I'm like looking around and I see the line. I'm like, I'm not even going to look.
I'm not even going to go,
even
right?
if I find something I want, I'm not going to get back to my game in time.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
That downtime's the worst. I mean,
those are nice outlets. Quick story, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, back, I tell the kids I wasn't always a counselor. Do you know that when I was at Lincoln University, we used to ride to Lancaster, and the dummy I am, I was the getaway driver when we used to steal out Tim's from the outlets. A few times we would go in there. We go in there with
I wasn't expecting the story to go there.
Yo, I wasn't always a good guy, man. I'm looking back on this. Like, yo, we would, and a few times I did, we would go inside with the old Timbs, sit down, put the new Timbs on, and walk out. And leave the old Timbs in the box. It did work. But I promise you, that's why I thank God for everything, because, yo, it ain't like, you got a whole lot of, if you're in New York and you're trying to get away or whatever, you can back block it.
In Lancaster, there was nowhere.
Oh my God.
They have no crime.
I can't tell you.
They would have had everyone out there after you.
Right. And we're in the back rows going back to Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? I was scared, man. But, yo, that's a true story, though. True story.
Oh, man. That was not where I was expecting it to go.
Me either.
No, I was a young boy at one
Hey,
time. You know what I'm saying?
we all were. We all
all
made some
good.
mistakes.
It's all good.
But you're right. I think the worst part of all those tournaments is the downtime. Like I say, even
Downtime, yeah.
even coaching baseball tournaments, same thing. You have an 8 a.m. game, you don't play again until 4:30.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just waiting around.
You got to give a shout out to the parents, man, because the parents,
goodness.
Listen, they spend their hard-earned money and sacrifice for being able to put their kids in the program, right? But because they spend their hard-earned money and sacrifice, they tend to get GM-like. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, too. Like, you have a say. You spend your money, you better have a say. It's all good. But shout out to all the coaches that know how to navigate that. Yeah. Because some I can imagine don't know how to. Matter of fact, no, there are some that don't. And his name is Coach...
Leave it alone.
Yeah, let me just say that, you know what? This cartoon I liked a lot. You know what I mean? And Jerry used to chase him
Jerry
around.
was chasing him.
But but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it really is a privilege to, even though, you know, I'm sure as a coach, you know what I mean, you get frustrated, you get pissed off, whatever the case may be. It really is shout out. You need to have a coach's day. There's no coach's day out there. That might be something I may need to champion. Like, yo, we need a coach's day. You got a counselor's day, you got a teacher's day. Do you have a coach's day? Because, yo, that is something that you guys are really, really, really sacrificing and helping these young men, you know what I'm saying, and young women as well, you know what I mean? So shout out to all the kids that's out there. All the coaches out there that's really, really building resiliency in the kids. Shout out to the other coaches that's not doing that and get out the game, you know what I'm saying, because you're not needed. Anyway, I'm gone. Yeah.
And that wraps up the Let's Get It. I'm just no. Listen, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. I think that's the biggest thing. We've talked about it before on here. Having a good team is being able to manage personalities. Having a good travel team is being able to manage players' personalities, parents' personalities, everybody.
Even if you don't have a good team, you got to be able to shape and mold.
That's probably the harder thing is when you're not good.
You got to be able to shape and mold the kids for the future. It's bigger than these basketball.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too.
You know what I mean?
Like you think about like people trying to win. Like you have these tournaments. Yeah, it's good to go to, but nobody cares if you won the. You know, we're just going to say the Cherry Hill Weekend Tournament in 2024. Like nobody cares. No one cares about that tournament. It's about growing the kids. And I think you were saying, no, if you have a bad team, that's actually harder than if you have a good team, because winning cures a lot of things.
Right.
So,
but Coach, let me ask you a question, and you've been doing this a lot longer than me because you played on a higher level, right? If you do the little things, rebound, limit turnovers, and play defense, is it true that you will always be in every game?
You'll be in the game if you rebound the ball. My thing is, if you rebound the ball, make your foul shots, don't turn the ball over, and force the other team just to take contested shots. Like you can't control whether they make shots or miss shots.
You're always in the game.
You're going to be in the game. You might not win them all, but you'll be
right there.
You'll be there to make some plays.
To make some things, yeah. And it's the simple things, and somehow it's hard to drill that in.
Yeah,
because kids, you know, they're already dealing with a lot. So then when you tell them something, they take it personal.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, listen. So now I got to give them the James Baldwin quote. You know what I'm saying? If I love you, I tell you the things you can't see, period. Let's start that baseline. Okay, so anything I tell you is out of love. It's never because I don't like you or because I'm just trying to tear you down.
And that's why I think, and the same thing with this quote, I think it's important as a coach to build relationships with your players,
right?
So that when you do have to get on them, have to pull more out of them, they may take it personal, but they know it's coming. They know that you are on their side,
right? So
they take it differently,
right?
And that's kind of the struggle I'm going through right now with my team. I'm coaching a brand new team, 12 kids I've never coached before.
Okay.
11 of them I've never met before.
Wow. Okay.
So now, you know, we're starting fresh and they have to get to trust me and you know, so that kind of thing. So it's a process and just trying to get them to understand that when I tell you that we need this rebound, it's not because I don't like you or it's because it's what's best for us.
Right.
Like it's not, you know, when I tell you to get in a stance or you're coming out because you just turned the ball over 3 times, it's not because I don't like you. It's because you need to be disciplined so you understand that that's not okay.
Right.
So I can help you for the future. It's not about, you know.
Right. You have some kids that say, you know, hey, listen, hey, you know what? I'm not really a rebounder. That's like a big guy thing. Well, listen, hey, straight up. For this team, you're going to have to rebound, bro. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you do the smaller things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kids will get in the game, they'll start jacking.
Right away.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, get a flow.
Yeah.
Go up and down the court, grab a rebound, steal a pass, make a pass before you do anything.
Tip a ball, do something.
You know what I'm saying? Do something, get a flow first, whatever. But the kids can understand that really it's a complicated game, but it's a lot of simplicities to it. And if you do those small things, I feel like you're always there. You're always there. I think that's what the Knicks are. That's a good segue, right? The Knicks, they do the little things. They're not overly talented.
They play hard. They do the right
They
thing.
play hard. They play good D. And that damn Brunson is something else.
Crazy.
Right. You know what? I'm going to bring this up. I was talking to P. Crump, right? And we were talking about him. And I'll say, yo, listen, you know what? I didn't like Mark Cuban for what he said. What y'all think about it? I thought he was a sucker for that. He said, yo, listen, man, the only reason why we don't have Jalen is because his parents got involved. They messed everything up. What does that mean?
Well,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? That's that man's...
Cuban is one of those guys that just the rules don't apply to him. So,
But think about the statement, though.
I
agree.
like Mark Cuban as an owner. I think he's done great things for Dallas Mavericks. I think he's done great things for the NBA.
Sure.
But I agree with you, Jay. Why wouldn't the parents get involved?
What you think they're gonna do what's best for you, bro?
Like, why wouldn't they?
yeah.
First of all, his agent, which is Sam Rose, which is Leon Rose's son, they're family friends. Like, everybody's so tight. Like, so it's not like he grew up without a family, and like, this is who he is.
Right.
Like, they're close knit. Everybody's so close knit. Why wouldn't his parents get involved?
Right.
Why doesn't anybody's parents get involved
Right.
to help? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's what's best for you. And because of the situation, and I think what he's referring to is when Rick Brunson said,
We ain't taking no pay cuts.
we're not. There ain't no hometown discounts.
Ain't no hometown discounts.
But that was there. If they would have just offered him the 4-year, $55 million deal when they had the opportunity to offer to him, he'd still be in Dallas.
Right. But you was trying to what? Pimp him.
Yeah.
You was trying to pimp him. And when you couldn't pimp him, now you want to what? Be mad? That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair. So shout out to Jalen Brunson, shout out Rick Brunson, and shout out to any parent that's out there advocating for their child.
Right.
He's not he's a commodity to you, Mark Cuban, but not to his father. And he's going to make sure that he maximizes his best things. And why wouldn't he want to put him around and surround him around people that he knows and loves?
Right.
What, Leon Rose and what's the
Wes.
yeah, come on, those are his guys. And Thibodeau. Come on, why would he's going to choose you and you ain't trying to give him the bread that he deserved so he can come, what? Come on, get out of here. Come on, Mark Cuban, you're playing yourself. But I understand you're a businessman and you made that statement because you had to answer to the Dallas fans and all of America because they're like, yo, wait a minute. But what we could have had.
And it's one of those things where I think, and it happens a lot in sports, and this will same thing with like Dylan Brooks right now. Like, if you just said, I messed up, we should have offered him XYZ, we should have done this, everybody's gonna be like, yeah, we lost that one. And it's over.
It's over.
But when you start making excuses for things, like,
is it weak-mindedness or is it that elevated P word? Pause. That's a pause moment. Pride.
yeah, I think it's the pride ego type thing, like where I didn't get what I wanted, so it can't be my fault.
Can't be my fault.
It's got to be something else.
Somebody else's.
Instead of just listen, like you lost this one.
You lost that.
Just
one.
like you lose business deals. Like, things happen. Like,
I messed up.
I on Shark Tank, he's probably like,
Right.
man, I should have invested in that one,
Mhm.
but you didn't, and it's okay. Like, you messed
You
up.
showed up, but holding yourself accountable. But not to blame the parents. Come
Right.
on, that's
That's
weak.
bad. Yeah,
man.
that was very weak.
Weak.
Like,
And then because you brought up Dylan Brooks, right? First of all, him and Ja, they're young men, right? So I'm gonna be careful not to call them suckers. Because they're young men. They're young men. They're young men, and apparently when you call Ja a sucker or something like that, he beat the 17-year-old kid up and pulling out guns and whatever like that. So, but I don't want to call them suckers. They're young men. They're kids. They're kids, son. But when you talk junk and then you don't want to face the music when your talking hasn't added up to the result, you may not be a sucker, but you're doing some sucker-ish. You understand what I'm saying? Dylan, you said, I poke bears. Well, guess what? Blank, blank. Don't poke in bears no more. Because that's what happens when you poke bears. You understand what I'm saying? Don't poke bears. That's why you don't do that. Everybody that goes and pokes a bear, you know that in the movies, people that go fuck with the bears get killed by the bears.
Yes.
It's just that simple. It was a movie. I don't know what movie what it is. It was Great Outdoors or something like that, where John Candy was feeding the bears and said, "Oh, let's give him a little candy." And whatnot. The next thing you know, the bear was on top of the car. It was on top of the Cherokee. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, don't poke bear. I don't fuck with bears. Excuse my language. I don't mess with bears. Don't mess with bears. I poke bears.
They got everything they deserve.
And you know what? And then the spanking by 40.
Yeah. I saw one clip that someone, he said, I don't respect anyone until they drop 40. So they were like 125 minus 80, 45.
And I don't know what was worse. I don't know
where did that come from?
The comparison of them losing and getting spanked. They got the desired result, just like my boy. I hate it. I'm drawing a reference to this. Just like my boy Franklin. I don't know if y'all Snowfall fans out there.
I started watching. I haven't got into it.
Okay. All right. So I'm not even going to.
Yeah, I haven't got it.
I'll leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But they got what they deserve, bro.
No, there's no question. And I think this goes back to veteran leadership. They don't have,
because somebody would have put them in place.
They don't have, imagine, and this is just the first person that came to mind. Imagine if they had a Carmelo Anthony on their team. Not even as the guy, not even as a vet playing 12 minutes a game, 15 minutes a game.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of these actions happen.
I don't think so either.
Because
they respect him enough to listen to him.
Yeah, like right. You can't like Dylan Brooks, like who are you?
Right. Who are you?
And that probably that conversation probably happened first in that locker room between them, Dylan Brooks and talking about LeBron. Then he decided to become audacious enough to bring it out in public.
I'm not even sure if that even happened before that. I don't know. I'm not even sure if Taylor, what's his name, Chris Taylor or Taylor
Jenkins.
Taylor Jenkins. Jenkins?
The coach? Yeah, Taylor Jenkins.
It's interesting.
That's his name.
Right?
Taylor Jenkins.
It's not interesting to you?
It is. I mean,
Jenkins. I'll just say it. It's not interesting? Anyway, we leave it alone. You catch it? Are you catching it or you're not catching it?
No, I'm good.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. I'll catch you up later. But yeah, so I'm not sure if he's doing a great job of. But he's not a veteran coach either.
No, and I think they've asked him about it, and he said, "Listen, these are my guys. I love their competitiveness, their confidence, and that's all right." But and I think it goes back to the NBA where we talked about one of our shows, how the coaches are not in charge. The coaches are coworkers. They're not bosses. And I forget. I think it was Draymond who said that.
That's a good point.
Like in college and high school, the coaches are the boss.
Yeah.
But in the NBA, they're just your coworkers. You guys are all working together. Nobody's in charge. Nobody's in charge of Ja, right?
That's a good point.
So it's interesting, who they have to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
And who's.
Yeah, that's a good point. They got what they deserve, though.
Yes, they did.
Question.
And as soon as he said it, I was like, "You're done."
But
you're done.
It shows some people get happy after a victory because he said that after they won the game, right? And just you don't talk. You just play your game. Just play the game.
Especially when they're the 2 seed. You're playing the 7 seed. You're supposed to win.
You're supposed to win, and you lost one.
So what do we?
Right? Why are you talking after you lost one? Right?
We won. We're supposed to beat that. Like if you would have come out and just been like, we're the 2 seed. We're supposed to win that game. Like
we're just handling our business.
We expected to do this.
Right.
Like that's still the confidence. That's still the.
It's okay,
but it's not.
It's not egotistical.
Yeah.
Right. I poke bears. He's old. You know what I'm saying? This and that.
Yeah, and that bear mauled you.
Yeah. Well, he said something about grizzly bear. He said, if you find yourself, something about the grizzly bear.
You said, LeBron said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke by, I forget who it was. It was some comedian said that one time. It was like, if you're in the woods and see a bear, make sure you help out the bear.
Right.
If you see me fighting a bear, make sure you help out the bear.
But he put the grizzly bear, which was kind of funny.
He went off on him. He went
Sorry.
That's okay.
I remember right after that, LeBron went and talked to him before the next game.
He did.
I would love to know what he said.
Well, me too.
I would love to know.
I saw it because everybody saw it, right? I would have loved to know it too.
think you let him know you're in for it. You're gonna get him.
Nah, I'm sure you know.
But the thing is, too, I think LeBron looks at it like, who is this guy? He's just trying to rattle my cage, and I
think he was probably trying to give him a teachable moment. Like, listen, like I'm not buying into that. Like, just be careful. Like, you know, you got a long career ahead of you. Make better decisions.
Make better decisions. Like,
there's no reason to try to be that guy,
right?
Because you're gonna have a shorter career if that's who you make it out to be. Because people aren't gonna want to play with you.
Well. And the team's not going to want you.
Right.
That's the main. Like, I think he's due for like I think he's a free agent, matter of fact, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's due for
bad year. Bad timing. Bad timing.
And he didn't. And on top of all that, it'd have been a little different if he stepped up and played, though. He played like trash.
But that's who he is. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's not like a. Never see him.
It's different if you talking junk and then you can back it up. Even if your team loses, but you backing it up. But you were trash, though. You were garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. I'm happy the LA won. I thought they was going to win. I like their team. And I said that. I like the team. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo's playing well. I don't like his pride, though, a little bit. It was interesting. I'll be watching the, do y'all know that Cameron and Mace got like the sports show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But I was watching one segment of their show, and I think they were talking about, I just lost my whole point. Does that ever happen to you guys?
It does.
I just lost my whole point of what I wanted to say. It'll come back to me, though. But they got a good little show. This is cool. It's funny.
But, yeah. I mean, I know you said that before. But you know what I wanted to say, though? Picking it up. Jimmy Butler was unreal.
He was. He was.
Against the Bucks.
He was.
And every time I see him play, I'm just like, man.
I'm not. I mean, I'm okay without him. You know what I'm saying? He's tough, though. He's tough. I mean, he's tough. They beat Milwaukee. Yeah. Milwaukee was, after Giannis hurt his back.
Yeah, I was going to say, that, people are saying, oh, they lost. Now, I'll give Giannis, his response to that reporter was great.
What did the reporter say?
So, I forget the exact words the reporter talked.
The reporter asked him if the season was a failure.
Oh, he said no, right?
He said no, every time the season ends, if you don't win a championship, is that a failure? Michael Jordan won 6 championships in 15 years. So did he fail 19 times? He said there's only room to grow or something like that,
Right.
I kind of disagree.
In what vein, though? In what particular part?
I'm not saying everything's a failure, but it's just not okay.
Right. So
you can't be satisfied. You can't be
satisfied with not winning a championship. Yeah, I get that. Okay.
I'm not saying it's a failure.
I agree.
That was the point brought up.
But you failed on the goal.
Yeah.
You didn't reach the goal.
Right.
That was the point brought up this morning on another station.
So I'm not going to say it's a failure because I think failure means harsh. Failure means final. Right. Failure is the end. And I guess that's kind of what he's saying in sports. Like, we're going to try to do this again next year. Like, it's not over. So I guess, but I think at some point, the goal, especially a team like that,
they still could have beat Miami.
The goal is to win the championship.
Yeah.
So you didn't reach the goal.
Right. So maybe articulating a little further clarity, I think. I understand his point.
I do too. And I agree with a lot of what he said.
Right. But you did fail on not getting the goal. You didn't reach the goal. Every team, regardless of talent or not, should be to try to win the championship. Now, you may be here and the goal's here. And then the next year you may be here, but you're inching closer towards the goal. If you don't fight for the goal, how do you get closer to the goal?
For example, the Kings this season, I really truly believe their goal was to make the playoffs. Because it hadn't been, it's been so long. And that was the thing. Right. So, I mean, obviously now their goal has changed since they had such a great season. I'm sure their goal has changed. But at the beginning of the season, I'm 90% sure they were like, we got to make the playoffs this year.
Well, yeah, but that is just a step towards the what? The ultimate goal.
For sure.
Right? But I see what you're saying.
I think every team goes out with a mindset of, here's our goal for this season.
Right.
And I think everybody, Houston's goal this season was not to win the championship.
Not at all. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had their goals, whatever it was. So you can succeed without winning the championship.
Right.
But Milwaukee's goal was to win the championship.
Right.
There's no question.
Yeah. Right.
As it should have been.
Right.
So they didn't if you don't reach your goal, you fail. Like,
Do you think that with the Kings, if they lose today, it's still a successful season?
It's game 7 today, right? What time is that game?
3:30.
After the Knicks. Okay.
that's a great question.
Yeah, 'cause
I do. I think it's a successful season. I do.
Yeah, because they were saying, "Oh,
Kings?
yeah."
Yeah, they're tough though.
I mean,
didn't
they're
realize.
still
I didn't
playing
realize,
the Warriors. They're still playing the Warriors.
I didn't realize how tough they were. First of all, I didn't realize how tough De'Aaron Fox is.
Yeah.
He's tough.
Yeah, and like you said, you're still playing the Warriors,
Yeah.
and as long as they have their nucleus like that, they're still tough.
Oh yeah. I think I can give it to the Warriors.
Who was it? I saw a great. Who was the fourth person? Oh, gotta get rid of one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Ja Morant, De'Aaron Fox. That was a tough one to make.
It was, but you know it's SGA.
I disagree.
I'm going. I'm probably.
You probably said Ja.
I said Fox.
You said get rid of Fox?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's his first year doing it. He's never played like this before.
Okay.
I think I agree. I think SGA is underrated.
I think SGA
Because
is
he's
like first
going
team
off.
all of the NBA.
Yeah, he been off.
He's
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards. I don't know.
after everything. After this season, it's gonna
You're gonna
it's
say-
easy to say Ja.
Yeah,
It's easy to say
Because of the
because there's
also-
other factors.
because they lose the first round,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's easy to say Ja. But I'm saying before, if you take out the playoffs, just go from there.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I'm going SGA though. I'm gonna tell you why, and maybe because and here's this. I'll be honest. I haven't seen a lot of SGA.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I see from De'Aaron Fox is like prime time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he's ready for prime time. SGA and Maxey are on the same level.
Oh
right?
no. I would trade SGA for Maxey. You can have Maxey. You can have.
I agree with Coach.
I don't even know who else you want.
you got to go do a little more.
You're
Because he was taking over games.
You gotta watch.
He was taking over games.
Maybe I gotta watch.
You gotta
that.
watch.
Okay,
You gotta watch him.
Like because even like when I
And
would see,
you would love his game.
when I would see
He's-
his numbers,
he's
I was like,
smooth.
what?
It's not super flashy. It's just no.
Yo, he's doing numbers like that though. Like
He's like first team All NBA.
Oris Ball.
Yes, he might be second team, maybe.
Oh, wait, he's on the Thunder, right?
Yes,
I'm telling you, he
Thunder make the playoffs.
lost in the play-in.
Oh, and he didn't play well.
Right.
Right. Okay. Right. No, but he is tough. I think I see
super
it.
tough.
Yeah. But I think him and Maxey on the same level. I think
how much? What do you think he averaged this season?
who Maxey?
No,
SGA?
Yeah.
I give him like 21, between 21 and 23.
how about 32?
For the season?
31.4
I'm telling you.
Wait, for the season?
on
Yes.
51% field goal shooting.
Wait a minute, hold up. Get the fuck out of here. Wait a minute.
That's why I was saying he was
Wait a minute, hold up.
delivering.
Wait. He averaged what? For
31.4
how many
in
games he played?
35 minutes.
How many games he played?
What's it? Oh my God.
Wait a minute, yo, he averaged a
I'm
third?
telling you, he's first team All NBA. Like,
He played 68 games.
think about all the guards. He's going to be first or second team
Yo,
All NBA.
I didn't know he did.
68 games.
Okay.
Yeah, 35 minutes a game to go with 5 rebounds and 5 assists.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
think Max can give you 31, 5, and 5?
On an OKC Thunder team? Yes.
I don't think Maxey can. Not.
On an OKC?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know he averaged that
And
much.
he's, I mean, this was a great jump though because the year before
shout
it
out
was
to him. Yeah, shout out to
24 and a
him.
half in. Yeah, this was
This is
his
the
best
first
by
year
far.
they've actually tried to win.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to him though. I mean, I didn't even know he was born. So he's second in scoring under Embiid.
He might have been third.
Or second. Oh, Jokic. No.
Giannis might have been.
Oh, Giannis. Okay. Damn.
speaking of,
Okay.
looks like the Sixers aren't even going to have him tomorrow night.
I
Joel.
think they're playing a little chicken with the media.
I don't think Embiid plays.
I think Embiid shows. I think he plays. I think he does like a Willis thing, but I don't know why in the first game.
It doesn't matter. I mean, but like I still don't think that they win this series.
I do think they win the series.
I think if he's healthy, I feel after
feel
seeing,
confident.
after seeing Atlanta play them,
Right.
I feel a lot better if Embiid was healthy.
Yes.
Yeah,
But if he's not healthy, then
if Snead's not healthy, my concern is, being who the offense goes through, who takes control.
I don't think we can score enough consistently.
Right. I agree. But don't sleep on Paul Reed. I like Paul.
No. It has nothing to do against. It's just we won't. Now you have two guys on the court that can't really score.
Right.
By themselves.
Right. Tucker and Reed. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
I do think Tobias steps up. I do think that.
Playoff Tobias.
I do think he steps up.
Because now he doesn't have that pressure of Embiid. Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. I just think that I think they're going to be okay. And I'm going to tell you why. People talk junk about PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
This is why you pay him.
Absolutely. There's no question.
It's for these moments.
There's no question.
So, because you know that he's just... I saw some article about practice and whatever. I think Doc was like, yo, PJ was upset and lightning to everybody about the way they were practicing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's like, yo, you need that type of guy.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying with Memphis.
Yes, you need that type of guy. Now, what's frustrating to me is why is Jimmy Harden in Vegas?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what he does.
Why is he
did it surprise you?
It did.
That he was in Vegas? That didn't surprise me.
Yeah, but
I'm going to tell you why. Because you think that you say you want something, that you grow a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, in fairness, he must have left immediately from Brooklyn to Vegas. He must have.
Why?
Because the incident happened on a Monday morning at 1:25. So that's a Sunday night.
Oh. When did they play? Saturday?
They played Saturday.
Yeah, so he probably got up and was like, I want to go to Vegas today.
He could have left Saturday.
Could have left Saturday right from the game, or when he came back to
he
Philly.
He probably left. When did Boston play? Whenever Boston lost that next game, he probably left.
Because then he knew, okay, I have some time.
That bought him some more time.
No, but I think they automatically. I think Doc gave him off until Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So no matter what, they had to check back in Tuesday.
Yeah, because that's right. Because they weren't going to play until I think
Friday anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I think he had the time. So in fairness, can you get mad at a player because he decides to take a day like that before he's due back?
No.
Okay, you can't get mad.
I mean, you can be frustrated, disappointed, like,
but,
damn.
Right.
I thought.
But what is it? Is it us just wanting to take control of him, or should we have understanding that he needed a little break to decompress?
But that's just who James Harden is.
No, but understand that. Understand what I'm saying. Like, what if we had the control? What would we want him to do?
We want him to be
in the
watching
gym, right?
in the gym, watching film,
right? Yeah.
Right. But it's been shown that like some guys, and I'm not giving him this excuse, but some guys need strip clubs, need to get away.
You mean need them chicken wings?
Yeah, like
like little like Dennis Rodman.
Right. But Dennis performed. Right. No matter what, it didn't matter. Right. I think Dennis stayed up all night.
Yeah.
So and then
he said it was unreal.
Right. But James
hasn't performed.
And that's where I think that we want to see him do something different. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm really interested to see though, like obviously how he performs this series and then what happens moving forward.
But the Embiid thing, it's the same thing, man. The Embiid thing throws a whole wrench into the plan because now, once again, if he's healthy, is it a different series? Right. Do we win? Now there's still question marks. So now it's like, oh well, next year everybody's gonna be healthy, and then we're gonna be back in the same spot.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still like our chances. I do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You have to play. what's this LCL sprain? Like, so a sprain like
Basically,
that.
if this was regular season, he'd be out for like 3 weeks, no questions asked.
Straight up. All right.
Like there would be no question that he would he wouldn't play in a regular season game with this and without at all.
I don't know. I think you try to at least because you rest him so he hasn't played since when?
Whatever
Since Wednesday.
What was that game? 4?
He played game 4. No, he played game 3.
Right. Yeah, because they finished it off without him.
What game did they lose?
They didn't lose no games.
Oh no, they swept them.
Swept
I'm
them.
thinking it was game 5.
And they won
No.
game 4
So he
without
hasn't
Embiid.
played since game 3.
So, but when was that? That was on a Tuesday, or was that on a?
Yeah, fine.
I was gonna say,
That was Thursday.
you know, as he looks it up though, he makes a good point though. If he
was
doesn't
Thursday.
play, and let's say he sits out, it's going to be the same narrative of we're going to have to see what happens when they're healthy. But the big question again, it comes down to with James, you re-sign him.
Game 3 was on Thursday.
It was on Thursday.
Okay,
So he hasn't played since April 20th.
So 420. Okay. So what's that? That's 10 days.
And game 1 is on May 1st.
Tomorrow.
that's 10 days off, basically.
11 days.
11 days.
But then he could probably sneak it to
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
13
That's
days.
13 days.
And they play every other day, so it's not like he can
Yeah.
get,
So I would probably let him rock until Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
I mean, you got to do what you got to do to try to get him healthy, but
You gotta look at this series as, you gotta think about the long game, pause. But the long game, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be the long game. Because I don't think you rush him to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like let him the more rest you get, the better.
so then do you just wait till bring him game 3?
I thought about that. That's Friday, right?
if they go down 0-2, I think there's no way they win the series.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
I disagree.
You can't lose game 3.
You can't lose game 3.
I don't think you can lose game 3.
or 4.
I don't think you can lose game 3 even if it's 1-1.
Right.
I don't think you can lose game 3.
Right. Game 3 is almost getting critical like that game 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game 5, 2-2, or even if it's 3-1.
Well, you can't
Game
lose. You
5
can't
is
lose
still-
that home court game against the Celtics.
I think if you could spare to lose a game, it's tomorrow's game.
I agree.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Game 2, you gotta come and really try to win that game. You could try to steal one, game 1. But if you don't steal, you gotta try to win game 2. And then if you lose that, game 3 is a must win.
Well, I think like you're saying, it's a must win either way, Coach, because there's the first time
Yeah.
on their home court.
You can't lose
You
that.
have the Boston there. They got to win that game. They got to win that game
Oh, that
for the
Friday game?
mentality.
The Friday game?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be in the building.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
I gotta see what them ticket prices, where they going. I was in the building you knew I was. Y'all know I was. But I thought about going again. I was like, you know what, nah. I was thinking about going to the one in Brooklyn. But I was like, yo, for what?
You gonna get to the Garden if you can?
Nah, I can't do that. I know. I mean, I can if somebody else want to go, like y'all want to go, and everybody pay. Who said this? Pay your fare. Pay your fare.
Pay your fare.
Where's that movie from, man? I can't figure it out. Pay your fare. Pay your fare.
What was that from?
If everybody pay that fare, I could go. But if I gotta treat my son and them, I don't know. Because now we're talking like $600, $700. The Knicks tickets are $374,
Ooh.
and that's for up top.
I mean, you're probably looking at that for the Sixers.
More money.
That was more money?
More money.
Oh, okay. Pay your fare. Pay your fare.
You probably are looking into it. But I mean, today though, you got the Game 7 and this Kings Warriors.
I want the
There's
Warriors.
There's actually, I know we don't talk about much, but there's 3 Game 7s, including 2 hockey Game 7s today.
Oh, who?
I don't know the series, but I mean, I don't care. Game 7 is
You
Game.
just know it's Game 7.
I saw. Yeah, my buddy's a big hockey guy. He was like, "Oh,
Okay.
2 big," but Game 7, you can enjoy it. No matter
Where
what.
are the Devils at? Are they in it?
Panthers and Bruins.
Yeah,
Kraken.
the Kraken. Yes.
Kraken.
The Kraken versus who?
Avalanche.
Oh, Is my Islanders still in it?
You know what's funny? I feel like, because of growing up with hockey, like when you're younger, I feel like the Kraken or like the Avalanche is like younger brother
Oh,
back in the day. But I don't know. I don't watch enough.
what's where they from?
Seattle.
Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's
Rangers Devils.
yes.
That's
Gonna be a game 7 too.
It's game 7 tomorrow.
That's gonna be a great game. Who do you root for?
Devils.
Rangers, baby.
Devils. Let's go Devils.
Nah, I don't root for the Devils.
Who you root for?
I root for the Rangers.
Damn.
If I had to pick one, if I had to pick one, I go Rangers. I go Rangers.
You know who I hated? I hated Mark Messier.
He was tough.
He was. I just hated him.
Yeah. I didn't like Mario. You know what? I didn't like Mario Lemieux, and I definitely didn't like Sidney Crosby.
I hate Sidney Crosby.
But they were good though.
They're
I
amazing.
liked what's his name though, Yager. Jaromir Yager.
Okay.
I liked him.
Okay. Did you like Gretzky? I did.
Yeah.
He was like
I
the
think
best.
because you just had to, when you were watching him, you were like, I am watching greatness. Like you just see the extra level.
Yeah. And he went from what? Edmonton Oilers to the Kings to the. Did he go to the Rangers? He went to the Rangers.
Yeah. He
Played in
did
the
go.
Garden. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think I brought it up before. I think it was 1994 when the Rangers were playing the Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was the only American that was rooting for the Canucks.
Damn,
Because I
why?
hated the Rangers that much when I was younger.
Why?
Being a Flyers fan, I was like, boo. And then
It's going to be all right. And
So-
speaking of that, and it brings up that up because and shout out to my boy Marcus Dow. I made a comment on his post, right? And everybody's into the draft, right? So I'm not really into the draft, but I would go like hang out and chill, whatever. But I'm not really into like the basketball draft. Yeah, football draft. Nah, not really. But that's and the part is because I don't know all the players, right? But I guess Philly had a great draft.
they did.
They did.
So I said, "Yo, here he is, Howie. Pretty much displaying his greatness as getting his GM on."
Agreed.
But y'all be hating on him.
No. We already had this conversation.
No. Again, I understand we had the conversation, but it still hasn't moved
they're
my
not.
perspective that, there was a point.
There was a
even,
point.
Even here on this show,
There was a point.
y'all didn't like Howie.
There was.
It was
But this is what-
Howie
See,
was the reason
You have
why
you have a selective memory. Because here's
Howie
what we
was the
talked
reason.
about. Here's what we talked about. And just like anything else, you can grow.
Okay.
There's been very, very, very many documented things where it's like, what in the hell are you doing? And he's grown from that. He used to be a terrible drafter.
Correct.
And he's grown from that. And I agree. He is a great GM now. I agree.
He's the best in the NFL, hands down.
But like you don't like you can grow.
So all those picks that he messed out on,
Yes.
who has been to the promised land?
What do we know? Of those
mean?
players?
Who's been to the Super Bowl? Of all those players, who has been to the Super Bowl and made a difference in their team that's carried their team to the Super Bowl?
Earl Thomas.
Yeah. That's
All right, so that's one.
that's like the biggest one.
But that's not even the one
But then-
that's not even the one that y'all really talk about.
No, that's a big
Jalen
one.
Rager.
But y'all don't really talk about that one though, right?
That's
we
'cause it's
did that.
older.
Yes.
All right, so when was that? That was what? Was that before DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what? Back in what? Donovan days?
Yeah. 'Cause it was right after.
Okay. All right, so that's that,
It
that's
was after, I don't know, whatever year that the last year that Dawkins played
Dawkins
here.
played, yeah.
Because it was like, here's the guy.
Dawkins?
No. Because it was a guy who was literally set up.
You asked, I'm saying this is how you have to grow.
Okay. All right.
Then
So
there
Earl
was that. There was that. Then there was the obviously DK Metcalf.
never went to the Super Bowl. Don't even really hear about him like
But
that.
hold on. Football is the ultimate team sport.
Yes.
So if we're not saying one person because they're on the team makes them the Super Bowl champion.
No, but I'm saying, but he's that difference maker. He can be that difference maker to propel that team over the hump.
For sure.
And none of those players did that.
Earl Thomas led his team to his
Okay,
DK Metcalf.
Earl Thomas aside, because
Right.
Earl Thomas is over.
Jalen Rager had held us back, actually.
You got a ring?
It's very fair to say if we had Justin Jefferson instead of Jalen Rager, we would have another ring. That's very fair to say. That's very fair. To
Wait, so Jefferson has a ring?
No,
Then
that's not what I'm saying.
I don't understand. No, that doesn't. I don't understand.
No, that doesn't make any
No,
sense.
you
I don't
can't say
understand.
it now.
That doesn't make any sense. Because you're saying
Here he
Justin
goes
Jefferson
with
was
his
the
wording.
best wide receiver in the
Here he
league.
goes with his word.
I don't
Exactly.
understand.
It's all work.
I'm just. I don't
Listen, he has
understand
been.
it,
He's
man.
what he's done recently has been incredible.
I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about. Yes, listen. But what I'm saying.
It's just, hold on. Let me give you a comparison.
Okay.
It's just like, and you're not gonna like this comparison. It's just like if we had SGA right now instead of Maxey and Embiid was hurt,
Ouch.
I'd say we're good.
That's a good comparison.
We're good.
Okay.
You're right. That's a good way to put it. That's a
But
good way
we
to put
don't.
it.
Just like if we had Justin Jefferson in the times that we had Jalen Reagor, we would be further along, and Howie would look like even more of a greatness
Yes.
than you're saying he is.
All right, so my man's response was he laughed out loud. He said, "Yo, you know how Philly is, man. You know, it's just we like that in Philly. You know what I'm saying?" And I'm like, "Yo, I think that it's like that mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I gotta pinpoint exactly what it is, but it's like, you know, it's like you know what you've seen it with Hurts, right? So does Hurts have more fans now than he had in the beginning?
Well, absolutely.
Of course, right? So he got paid. He did his thing. He had an MVP-like season,
For
right?
sure.
But he was vilified a couple years ago. We were comparing him to Ben DiNucci. He wasn't that far from him. You know what I'm saying? In his likeness. And now he's... So my thing is that, you know, sometimes people can't really see the things you do. People don't really, they underestimate you.
I'll use that. I think underestimate is fair, but I also think, is it wrong to have to prove yourself?
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But there's a difference between being vilified.
For sure, I agree with that.
That's my
Well,
only
I think
thing.
that's a bigger conversation than
That's
sports.
fair.
than
That's fair.
sports.
That's fair. But I'm just saying, but the process of what he had to do to overcome is what some players have to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the same thing happens for Howie.
So I'll say this. I think the difference is this. Jalen Hurts never, I mean, he wasn't always great, like in his first year,
Sure.
whatever, but he was never like awful. There was always like signs of he's on the right path.
Right.
I think Howie had some really bad moments. So I think Howie grew into who he is now, which is a great Hall of Fame level GM.
Well,
I think that's great. I
right,
think
right.
he grew into that.
Right.
But why is it not okay? Why can't we hold someone accountable for their actions when they don't make good decisions?
Well, yeah, okay.
Now, do some Philly fans take it too far? Of course.
And that's all
Of
I'm
course.
saying. And that's all I'm saying.
But that's like, you can't.
But it was too many Philly fans taking it too far.
Well, that's-
Like,
No, but I mean, at the
you
time,
said Roseman sucks.
yeah,
Roseman's-
he did. He sucked.
Say,
He sucked.
Marcus, did you feel that same way? Did you
I
feel like
I thought he was an average GM.
I thought he was terrible.
You thought it was terrible.
I thought he was terrible for a while.
I just thought he was a bad drafter. I thought he did everything else well.
Well, now, you know what that's saying. His thing was always that he was great with managing the payroll,
Yeah, I thought he
but
did
drafting it was like you can't evaluate talent at all. I mean, there was one year they drafted a guy who didn't even play football in the first round. He was a fireman.
Okay. But all those moves led to what?
Right. Led to no. Danny Watkins never led to a Super Bowl. Jalen, I'm telling you.
You got to think of the long
no,
game.
no.
But listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
No, those moves.
Can I say something? Hold up. Listen, you guys, and I mean this honestly, you guys are great men. Seriously. Like, you guys are powerful men. You guys do different things out here in the community. You guys are powerful men for your families. Powerful. Every choice and decision that you made has helped get you right there. It's all part of the process, right? You're on your path to greatness. Same thing with Howie. I think you guys, that's the thing. We live in what have you done for me lately type environment,
Especially in sports.
in sports, right? But every move he made brought you that 27 championship.
Agreed. But however, just like me growing as a man, me growing whatever, I've made mistakes along the way. that if I hadn't have made, my family would be further along and I'd be further along than or I would have gotten to where I am now faster.
Or was that all just part of the process? Yep. Come on. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I can already see this is going.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
But there's certain things, I hear what you're saying, and it makes sense, whatever. But there's certain things that he's changed his philosophy.
Yeah.
It's clear as day.
Okay.
Which is what has changed him into being a great GM in my mind.
I mean, again, in fairness, I hear what you guys are saying. I just think that I thought he was already good. And now.
Good is fair. And now he's great.
I just think that he's just, with experience, everybody gets better.
They do.
Of course.
Right. So that's fine.
Of course.
But to say he sucked, so maybe it's not your Philly fandom I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe it's this one. Or that type of mentality that said, "Oh, he sucked." Like, wait a minute, no, he didn't suck.
And I think
I'm saying,
I think that there is a large part of the fan base that if you say, "What were your thoughts on Howie 7 years ago compared to today?" and a lot of them will agree that we thought he sucked, but he's great now. He has completely turned himself around.
Right, but see, that's the thing. And that's where I'm saying that, sometimes you got to take a look at your own fandom, because you thought Carson Wentz was, a lot of people thought Carson Wentz was that dude. And you couldn't, some people they didn't give Jalen Hurts a chance. Yeah. And now he's signed this and had your team in the Super Bowl. And now, oh, we love you. But never there's never no contrition like, yo, I was wrong, and maybe I need to change my viewpoints a little bit and look at things on a wider scale.
And I think what you have to understand is that fan you're talking about, because it's the same Carson people who still think Carson is whatever. They're like, you're talking to people who have no common sense, no sense at all.
Yeah.
So that's not. There's another word I'm thinking of, but I can't think of the word. They're irrational people.
Okay, that's
fair. No, you're right, and you're right. Those fans are because I know them, and they are irrational.
Right,
you're right. So I can't because I can't even have conversations with them. Daily conversation is like, well, I'm not even gonna.
You can't even do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's like for me now, like talking to people like my age, and they're like, "Man, LeBron sucks," just because they're Jordan people, right? And I'm like, no,
he don't suck.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
We can debate whether he's better than
greatest
Jordan
or whatever.
Right. That's fine.
Right.
But don't tell me he sucks. No.
Right. No, he doesn't suck.
So it's like you're just dealing with irrational people because of whatever. And a lot of Philly fans, and it's. I mean, I just think it's a Philly. I don't know why it's this way. They just can't be happy.
There it is.
They're not. No, listen.
They just can't.
You're
be
right.
They don't be
happy.
right. And when, especially when it's going bad.
Even when it's going good. So we had a great draft, right?
Okay.
From what we know, like what you would say, okay, we can get But now there's still people out there like, oh, why didn't we trade up to do this? Why did we have to trade up to give up this? Now next year we already traded our second round pick. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, just never satisfied.
You know what I mean? It's never.
I mean,
Kansas City, we still can't stop Kansas City.
Just never satisfied.
So that's, you're right. And I just think that's the irrational Philly fan, which I think at the same time, it makes living here, doing this show, seeing the sports talk radio, hearing the sports talk radio, it makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Yes, it does.
It does, because you look at cities that they don't have it. Like there's just no. It's just like sports are just like, oh, that's great.
From our vantage point,
right? But
from our vantage point, because the Milwaukee fan is probably like, what I'm saying, they're all in on the box.
I mean, I don't. Yeah,
I was in Pittsburgh.
Okay,
I listened to it and I was like. Because my parents used to live out there, so it's like I would be out there for weeks, just turn on sports radio, and you're like,
It's nothing.
Like the callers are coming in like, oh, I just wanted to say I love Sidney Crosby. Go, like, what?
Right.
Hey, yeah, tell me who we need to get rid of.
Okay. I give you that.
Oh man,
I'll give you that.
no, you're right. I mean, they did have a great draft.
I just think that, like I said, I don't know. I mean,
Then there was memes going around now, like you better watch out how he will get you to trade your wife for a 7th round pick swap in 2031. Like
he's just smart. He's learned how to. He's like the Brian Cashman of the NFL.
Yeah,
I'm saying his elite level.
Yeah. He is like he's unreal what he's done for this team.
And what you see now is any big name player that wants to be traded, the Eagles are linked to.
Yes.
They know they know how he can figure out a way to get it done if he wants to.
Like this DeAndre Swift pickup that they had. Like that's 4th round pick. Beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
has anything happened with Buda Baker yet?
No, and that I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eagles come get him.
We gotta go get him.
Yeah,
so that would not be surprised.
Feels good. It feels good to have a GM in place that if you need something,
I would be shocked if Buda Baker didn't
you can go get it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean,
the Cardinals, he's still on the Cardinals, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Cardinals are out on this year anyway.
Yeah.
Like they already locked in basically the next, they're moving forward.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you could probably go to them and say, hey, we'll give you a.
How do you feel about the Jets and Aaron Rodgers?
Jets are going to suck.
I think it was interesting what he said about, was it Zach Wilson?
Oh, my God.
Poor
Zach Wilson.
So Zach Wilson said, I know they're going to, this is before the trade, he said, I know they're going to try to bring in a veteran quarterback, and whoever they bring in, I'm going to make his life hell on the field. Like, I guess, meaning competition-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
So Aaron Rodgers said, well, he's going to make my life hell off on the field. I'm going to make his life great off the field. Something like that.
I mean, I'm
not worried about you.
Right.
I mean, first of all, the thing is,
I wouldn't even be here if you was great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the Jets are going to be. They're
gonna be good.
They're going to be good, but I mean, to me, it doesn't put them over the top.
I mean, it definitely helps.
It definitely helps.
Yeah.
And it'll be a place where people won't mind going to play.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I'm saying. So
especially receivers and things like that.
I mean, he's still got some years in him. Not a whole lot, but he's got.
I think he's got 2 really good years,
2, maybe 3.
and then 3 maybe. Yeah. But we'll see.
We'll see. How about How about Aaron Nola pitching that gem?
Saw it this morning. Very nice outing.
Very nice outing. How's him in comparison to Wheeler? Are they both struggling?
And they both just had very comparable starts.
Mm-hmm. How are the Phillies doing?
Now we turned it around recently.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're back up a couple games over 500.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
So I gotta ride with the tide with them.
Mm-hmm. Can't keep losing though.
Well, I mean, we're not losing now.
No. You're playing well. Are you playing some good teams too?
Yeah, we played Houston, played Seattle, 2 good teams. Okay. But I mean, sometimes I like to, maximize the posts for a little attention.
Oh, I know.
For attention.
Oh, I know. I know.
But in reality, let me talk to us where we're at after 100 games.
Well,
that's what I think a fair assessment is of a baseball.
How many games is it? 165 or 182?
162.
It used to be what? 182?
No.
It always was 162.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But 100 games, where are you sitting at with 62 to go?
All right. So does Yankees come to Philly this year?
I believe they do.
Okay.
I believe they do because I know the Red Sox come to Philly. Right. So that means I think the AL East come because we went to New York.
You went to New York early.
Yeah, let's see.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think we swept them though. Then we dropped one. But I mean, I'm just curious to see if they do because if they do,
who would be your surprise player for the Phillies right now?
Oh, my surprise player for the Phillies?
Aaron Nola.
No. I'll be honest, Nick Castellanos. Brandon Marsh or Nick Castellanos. Castellanos has.
He's playing.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing as well.
I'm impressed with Stott too. I didn't think he was going to be like this.
No,
I thought he was just going to be a solid.
He kind of reminds me of a
second baseman.
Yeah, kind of reminds me like a up and coming of a Chase Utley.
Yeah, he's tough.
Is Chase Utley a Hall of Famer?
No.
Oh. He's a Philly Hall of Famer.
Come on, man. You might have 2 spots.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Philly Hall of Famer, but then again, John Crux, a Philly Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is.
John Crux should be. John Crux a
Should
Philly
be a Hall of
guy.
Famer.
Yeah,
John Crux, a
he's
Philly
hilarious
guy.
if you ever listen to the broadcast.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, definitely that. Or Brandon Marsh. Brandon Marsh.
Did Jaworski win a? Did he win a ring?
No,
Why is he celebrated so much?
I have no idea.
Because he's got a nice nickname.
George.
Jaws, and he's got
in the community.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
He's around.
Okay.
I've said this before. I don't know why. Like people love Jaws. They're like Jaws. Right?
It probably was because that was that 1980 team?
Yeah, they did go to the Super Bowl.
They go to the Super Bowl and lost though. But I mean, I feel like he wears a ring though.
He does. He wears his NFC Championship ring.
Oh, I was going to say he wears his Philadelphia Soul.
His soul's.
Oh, I mean that's what it is then. Okay. He wears some type of ring or something like that, you know what I mean? But I mean he was just, he was just okay. You know, a good debate, who's better? Him? Is his career comparable to Broadway Joe? Joe Namath?
Well, no, because
Namath wasn't all that either.
they won a Super Bowl though.
They did win the Super Bowl.
So I think that automatically.
Makes him better.
But I think it's a similar comparison though.
Similar.
Yeah, I bet you the numbers are similar.
So
Yeah.
now is Namath comparable to Trent Dilfer?
I'd have to look that up. I mean, I think Namath is better than Trent Dilfer.
I feel like Trent Dilfer literally had just one good season.
Yeah, and he won.
I don't even know if
he
he was
won the
good.
Super Bowl on the
He
back
did.
of the defense.
Yeah, he did.
Like, was he even good?
I don't know.
The year they won
He's serviceable.
Yeah, like he just didn't turn the ball
Yeah.
over.
that was it. And then he had,
But did Namath? I don't even know too much.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you know what I'm saying. But
It's crazy because the way people talk about people, I would have thought Joe Namath was like
that guy like that, right?
Joe Montana.
Right, but he wasn't.
No.
He was just average.
Yeah.
But he brought Super Bowl home. That's
Just
the thing.
like Terry Bradshaw. He won a lot.
just average though.
But his numbers were average.
Yeah.
Average. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, no, nah. Let me see what else is happening.
I mean, in his career for Trent Dilfer, he was like the epitome of average. Got more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, definitive
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah. Like the worst quarterback I've ever seen was Kyle Bowler.
Bowler,
Yeah.
yeah.
The worst you ever seen?
Even worse than Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci was bad.
He was bad. He's up there, yeah.
That's poor Ben DiNucci.
Yeah, he was. But they didn't get blown out though. He was in the game.
He was solid. Yeah. They had a good team.
He had a good, yeah.
Did you guys see Dion with his 51 guys
Oh my
transferred
goodness, yeah.
after the game?
Let's talk about that. What do you mean after the game?
So they have their spring game.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about that. The spring game.
So they start practice, I don't know, whenever they can start practice. Then they have your annual, every school has a spring game where they just play each other. So offense versus defense.
Oh, okay.
And then
Well,
after,
people come out, but
yeah, it's like a big deal, especially there because he was there. It was a big, like it was packed.
yeah.
Okay.
And then after that game, 51 kids entered the transfer portal. And they're saying, I don't know if it's true or not, they're saying that they're trying to transfer and Dion won't let them have their film to send to,
I heard that.
send to other schools.
I did
Well,
hear
one kid said that.
But are those 51 kids are the kids that he is finding expendable anyway?
I'm sure. But that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, I mean, even on your roster, there's probably 80 some guys. I mean, that's what I mean. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like that's way more than your team.
in football, you need to have that.
I feel like those big schools probably have 90 guys
Yeah.
He's got
90's a
50
good-
of them entering the transfer portal.
this late in the year. Think about it, school starts in August for them.
You know how I feel about Dion. But I think you brought up a good point. That's something a while ago what one of y'all did is that's who he always been.
Yeah.
He's prime time or whatever. But I didn't like. He said he got to collect call from God.
That's what you didn't like about it.
I didn't like.
That's what you didn't like about the whole situation. If he would have never said that, I don't think you would have felt the same way about it.
No, I wouldn't. But you said you got to collect call from God. You said that you were trying to highlight the African American athlete that could go to HBCU, and still get the same attention as a PWI or whatever, right? So you came there, you wanted to use your name, your whatever. So all you did, like you improved the program, but you like highlighted, some of the concerns that were there, right? which you knew was going to be there because they're not funded like PWI. So of course that's going to be there, right? So what you did was you pretty much like pimped the situation for your own bottom line, which is to really, your whole thing was not, I got to collect gold from God. You said, okay, I'm not getting a coaching opportunity somewhere else. So let me go around my own culture and say that this is what I'm doing, only to get an opportunity at a PWI. You pimped them.
But the thing is, that's going to backfire for him very quickly, I think.
Because you're doing the same behavior that you did at a HBCU, but you can't do that at a PWI.
And then he tweeted out, only one player from HBCU was drafted. And he said he's ashamed of the 31 teams that didn't draft whatever. He said there was at least 3 other players at Jackson State that should have been drafted and many others in HBCUs that should have been drafted. Last year there were 4 players. This year there was 1. So he's trying to keep
one leg in the water and one leg out.
He's dancing.
But I mean, like that just tells you something though. Like 51 players in the portal.
That's
what does it tell you though? What does it suggest?
To me, it just suggests that he is a jerk to play under, and that those players know I can go play somewhere else. Because if you're playing at Colorado, you had other opportunities.
True indeed.
So
true indeed.
And the Jackson State players were probably like, all right, well, right now this is the best thing for me because I'll deal with Deion's nonsense because it's still going to get me the spotlight.
Right.
And I think at Colorado, I think a lot of guys that when he got the job, a lot of guys left right away. But then I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are like, no, he's going to like me. I'm going to want to play for him. Like, I want to play for him. I want to be under that spotlight. Like, he's going to like me. And they might have just come into the spring game and not even played or been trashed or like... Or they might. A lot of them probably were just told, you got to go.
Bottom line,
you got to go.
How do we feel about he's made his son the quarterback?
Well, I mean, he's good.
He is really good.
He's a good player. I don't think that they had anybody
that's better than him.
I mean, I don't know that program, but Colorado's not known to have quarterbacks.
They won 1 game last year.
So, well, there you go.
So there it is.
Not like there was anyone that he, was.
I just don't think that it's going to work out for him.
I don't think it's going to work out the way he thinks it's going to work out.
Right. And I think it's not going to work out because I believe in karma. Now, I don't even say karma. I just believe that you can't win a certain way. Like you pimped Jacksonville State. I don't care what you say.
And I don't think he has. If I'm a 5-star recruit, if I have Alabama and Georgia and Auburn and Clemson who want me,
right,
who have these track records of getting these guys like Georgia, how do you not go to Georgia after what just happened? Like their whole team got drafted.
Whole team.
Really?
Like everybody. Right. Like if you ever played on the Georgia team, you got drafted.
Wow.
Like, so it's like, I think you're never going to be able to compete with those teams.
No, he's not. I mean, he's not. The best thing that they can do is he went to a conference too that like now is not as prolific. Like maybe he can get himself to a division title in the Big 12 or whatnot. But he's never going to be on a national powerhouse.
And then I think what's going to be worse for him is he's going to win. They're going to go to a bowl game and have to play an Auburn or a Clemson because that's just the way things worked out.
Yeah, he's going to get
smacked,
and it's going to ruin the whole program. Mm-hmm. You can't compete.
Yeah, so, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I'm just hoping my Knicks win tonight. I love the fact that we have these throwback classic series happening. You got the Miami and the Heat.
You know what? You're right. Like that feels like
Boston, Philly.
What do you think of when you think of Miami and the Knicks? What's the first memory that comes to mind?
I think of Mother's Day. Shout out, rest in peace, rest in heaven to my mother. But I do think of Miami and New York Game 5, 1999. I'm just coming back. Is it Mother's Day? It might be Mother's Day. My mother just had kidney transplant. I'm coming back from Montclair, back down to Delaware. I'm listening to the game on the radio. The Knicks are down 1. Houston drives and hits that shot. I'm on the turnpike like, yeah! That's my memory right there. That's one of the best memories right there.
Mine is Jeff Van Gundy
On
on the ground,
Yeah.
holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Is that same series, though? That's that same series, though.
That was a series they fought?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean that's what I
That
think.
team shouldn't have. They were AC.
Yeah.
He had Spreewell. Who's the guard?
Is that Chris Childs then?
Chris
Oh yeah.
I like Chris Tough. I like Chris Childs. Yeah, he was tough.
He took
Childs.
Kobe.
Yes, he did. Childs. You had Childs, Houston.
Charlie Ward on that team?
Charlie Ward was on that team.
Yeah.
Come off the bench. You had Childs, Houston, Spreewell, Johnson,
Yeah, Larry
And-
Johnson.
and Pat Ewing.
Yeah.
But Pat Ewing was done.
Yeah.
He was done. He was hurt. He was hurt too. But he was done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those I remember that.
What was that, 1999?
That was 99. Now I do remember when what's his name was on the floor. I do remember that.
Van Gundy?
Yeah, I do remember
That
that.
was hilarious.
At least he was out there. That's what they gave him props for.
Yeah.
He was a little more tough than, and he was a better coach than his brother.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Brunson was on that team.
Oh, Rick.
Oh, no.
I thought he was on the 2000 team.
No, 98, 99 playoff roster.
Brunson was on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brunson, they had Camby?
No more. Wow.
Well, I think you look at 99, 2000.
No, it says 98, 99 New York playoff roster. New York Knicks playoff roster.
Oh, Camby was on the team?
That's what it says.
Oh, snap. Okay. Houston. Yo, Camby was on the team. No. What? No. I thought Camby he played for the Raptors.
That's what I thought. It says 1998, 1999 New York Knicks playoff roster. Brunson, Camby, Chris Childs, Chris Dudley.
Remember Dudley, right? Because Dudley started playing. He played up against Robinson, right?
Funniest thing in Chris Dudley's whole career.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, he was getting dunked on.
Shaq put everything in his.
Oh yeah.
He threw the ball back.
Pat Ewing, Allen Houston, Larry Johnson, Spreewell, Kurt Thomas,
Kurt Thomas too.
Okay,
Charlie Ward, Herb Williams.
Herb Williams. Herb Williams is like the Udonis Haslam.
Yeah, and David Wingate.
So we did have Wingate.
Yeah, it says. I
Hasn't went off the
I
other
don't
night
think
too.
Camby was on that team.
I still don't think he was on that team though, bro.
I agree.
Because I think Camby came when we traded somebody to Toronto and we wound up getting him and Mark Jackson. They came back. But I just don't remember Camby on that team, but maybe. I just don't remember it.
Even in camp. Oh, wait, no, that's. Yeah, he played 46 games for the Knicks.
That's the trade they made at the deadline. I don't know. I just don't remember it.
He
Whatever
He was
reason.
in Toronto for 2 years. He was in the Knicks for 4 years.
Oh, then I guess he was there. I just don't remember it.
I don't either. I didn't know he was on that team.
I didn't know he was on that team too. So that means he played in that finals against Robinson and Duncan.
Yeah.
That was their first chip.
Yeah.
That was 4-0, I think, too. Or was it 4-1?
I just had that up here too.
That might have been 4-1 or 5. Is it 4-0 or 4-1?
It was.
That's 4-1.
Where is it?
Yeah, because they swept the Nets.
Where's it? NBA Finals, Spurs, Knicks, Spurs in 5.
Spurs in 5-4-1. Right. I think the one, right. But that really was a great series. Like that, just that whole team, like that team, their AC coming up. That reminds me of like LeBron and them.
So Pat Ewing didn't even play in the
finals.
He only played in 11 games in the playoffs.
Yeah, because he got hurt.
So Camby was big in that then, because he
I
played
don't-
all 20.
I really?
Played 25 minutes a game, 10 points a game, 8
In that
rebounds.
finals?
In those playoffs.
So then it was Ewing and Camby. It must have been Camby and Ewing.
And then it looks like the games that Ewing didn't play,
Dudley.
Herb Williams played.
Or Dudley.
Dudley played Dudley played in 18 of the game.
I remember Dudley because he sucked.
Brunson played in 9. That's interesting. I never knew Cam was on. I can't even picture that.
Yeah, I thought I know he came later, but I guess so. You know what I'm saying? But no, listen, I'm looking forward to the Knicks getting busy. The Knicks got to get busy today. They can make it happen.
I think they can beat the Heat.
I think they can too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they can beat the Heat. I really do.
Who's favored?
I think the Heat are favored.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah, because of Jimmy. First of all, I didn't even know the Knicks got the home court advantage.
Oh, also Randall's out.
He is?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's out, but he got hurt. He
got the ankle.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
And this is a series I think they need him.
Big time. Because say what you want. He ain't pushing Randall around. He can say
Right,
what you
that's
want.
what I'm saying.
You can say what you want. But I do like Obi.
Knicks are favored by 3.
I do like Obi Toppin. Like Obi, like that Hartenstein. You know what I'm saying? But Brunson's the key. Brunson and Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hart is what turned their season around easily. You know what I'm saying?
He's about to get paid too.
Oh, big time. And New York better pay him.
They will.
They'll pay him. You know what I'm saying? To keep that. And you're seeing these former backmates really do well. So Fox and Monk, they play in the back.
Yep.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
They
say
played
that,
together since high school.
Fox and Monk?
Yeah.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like that, you're seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, and there is something to be said for it because, they just know each other so well.
Right. You know what I mean? So those are good things, man. So, but, and then we got the Sixers tomorrow. So, you know what I mean? Definitely. I got Golden State tonight, though.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I hope so. It's just more fun when there. And
it is.
Because then it'd be what? It would be Golden State LA.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it's the Battle of California.
Sacramento doesn't have as much.
Yeah,
That's true.
they don't hold as much weight.
They're good though. They're really.
I would like
really
to see
good.
Golden State LA. I think that'd be good. And like you said, Coach, when Golden State's in it, it's more fun. Like if I turn the TV on and Steph and LeBron are playing, I'm going to sit down and watch.
They were right there. Golden State just faltered down the stretch. They were right there, but when Malik Monk kept hitting them shots,
Yeah.
you could tell that hurt them.
And I think they packed it in. Like, right, let's
just take care of tomorrow. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
We'll get tomorrow and then we're
It'll be
good.
interesting because they're not good on the road.
But Steph is Steph.
Oh,
Yes.
Clay is Clay, and I expect him to step up.
I think Steph goes off for like a 40-piece tonight.
I think the key is Clay. Clay's got to get
He
busy.
is Jordan Poole.
Ooh.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is he can't try to be a star.
Okay.
He's got to let the stars be stars.
Just let the stars.
Yeah. Where's Iguodala? Okay, he's hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How's Wiggins doing?
He's been playing well.
Playing well. Okay.
Playing well.
All right. That's cool that I do think that Cameron and them was talking about how that rumor is true. They understand it. You know what I'm saying? People saying that it wasn't true, but you know what I'm saying, they think it is true. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's good for him to be back. You know what I'm saying? He's doing well or whatever. So but I don't have anything else, man. You know what I mean? It's just playoff time, baby. Playoff time. You know what I mean? So, what time that game come on tomorrow? At 7 o'clock?
7 or 8.
7
Yeah, to look it up.
Okay. All right. If they get 2-2, I can promise you I'm going to Game 5. I can promise you I'm going to Game 5 in Boston.
All right.
Uncle lives out there. I just can't make it happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like on a Monday, I thought if it was on a weekend, I'm like, yeah, I can make that happen. But on a Monday, no. You know what I'm saying?
Be in the building?
But I'm almost positive I'm going to be in the building Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow 7:30. Wednesday 8, Friday 7:30.
Yeah. I'm almost positive I'm going to be in that building Friday. We got Spooky Nook Saturday. You know what I mean? I'm kind of digging that Lancaster area last time I went out there.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was cool until I saw the horse and buggy ride.
Oh, yeah, the Amish.
Well, the problem is,
Did you eat that? Did you eat Shady Maple?
No.
Have you ever had it?
No.
I haven't eaten. I heard it's delicious.
it's good.
It is.
Overrated,
It is.
in my opinion.
Okay.
It's a very good buffet, but
Okay. See, now that's what I'm saying. When Randy gives a review, he was reviewing pizza recently. Right? What was that? Brothers Pizza? Or Somebody's Pizza? Somebody's Pizza you was reviewing?
Brooklyn, listen,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Pizza
There it is.
in Haddon Heights.
There it is.
Oh my goodness,
Delicious.
unbelievable,
You couldn't. It's delicious.
delicious.
All right, I got you.
Yeah,
All right. How about that Raekwon and Mobb Deep?
we're getting. You know what? I haven't
Look,
listened to
he's
it.
talking. We're getting it right.
I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be on it.
Oh, we're getting there. Huh? Okay. Anyway, it's all good.
You can stop.
It's all
No, it's okay. It's not even that.
Don't listen no more. It's okay.
It's over.
It's over with. You already picked one anyway. You picked the Infamous.
I thought so. Yeah.
Wait, did you have a second?
I go back. Listen,
Have you listened to it since then?
since a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in my
It's in your rotation.
it's in my rotation now.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
That's cool. I'm gonna laugh when you come here one day and be bumping it in the car.
it's in my rotation.
Okay.
Like, so because it's like, what is Apple Music? It's like it recently played.
Right.
So it comes, it comes
comes
on
up.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
And I enjoy it.
That's cool. Oh man, yeah. So, but yeah, man. Just
That was it. That's it, really.
that's it.
You know what I got, which is pretty cool? I got one of those throwback Nintendo, the retro Nintendo systems they have,
you
and
did?
that was a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
All the old school games.
You got the double dribble.
Oh yeah, Double Dribble. Everything is on there.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's it. I like double dribble. Metal Gear was my joint.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. That was like the original. Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Just less violence.
everything was on there. Contra, Zelda,
Was it
Yeah.
Slapshot?
Slapshot's on
Slapshot.
there. Yeah. I mean, all of them are on there.
Baseball game.
But it's funny when you play it, you're like, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Stinks.
This
Yeah.
it's funny. Like I was like, it was like $50, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna.
Did you still have to wait? What system do you have? Because they made a system now that you just plug and play.
No, this is what it is. You just put the USB and all the games are
right
loaded on there.
That's So I actually have this system.
But you got to blow in the
got-
cartridges. Yeah.
Did you ever have to put two
Yes.
cartridges on top? Like you had to put the one, then you had to put one on top to hold it down.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the thing wasn't
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It's been fun though.
All right. What's up, Tony?
Little Paperboy and everything.
Yeah. good stuff.
Paperboy, yes.
So it was funny. I was playing Double Dribble yesterday, and I was like, just go to the score.
That's right. We had 3 teams or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's all good. Though.
Nah, but it was fun. It was fun. So, all right. Well, listen. With that said, so you got the Knicks. You want the Warriors today. We got the Sixers tomorrow.
So
All right. Anything else?
that's it for me, man. Just a busy week. May 1st, what did I say? Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
That is, yeah. You are
School
definitely,
year is coming down.
especially May. May, I feel like that's that big drop.
That's it. Oh,
That
yeah.
big descent.
It's the
May's
descent.
a long month.
It's a long month, though,
May's a
because
long
of it.
month, yeah.
Right. You know how the plane goes like this? It descends. You ever notice how the plane descends? It doesn't just go like this. Right? It goes
Yeah.
like it goes up to go down. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I feel. Like, you know what I mean? So, but you know what? The seniors got to graduate and everybody else got to be promoted. So that's it. As long as them seniors graduate, we can figure everything else out.
Make it work.
That's how I look at it. That's how I look at guidance. 9th grade, you got time. You can work on stuff, whatever. Don't fail, but you got time. But seniors, that's the most important. They have to walk out the door.
Right.
So you do whatever you got to do to help them walk out the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And then the 10th, 11th, the 9th graders, we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
We can make it
We
work.
got time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But right now, it's all about the seniors, baby.
Absolutely.
So, but May 1st is also signing day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Signing day. It's National, College Intent, National Day.
Yeah, something like that.
Signing
Oh, okay.
day. So, you know what I mean? So, I know we got a big event at Penns Grove coming up. So, we're looking forward to this week or whatever. Just really trying to, I've been doing better too, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, get my organization better, stuff like that. So, taking more time out for myself, man. It's hard do you guys find it hard to have me time?
Well, I can't really speak on that.
Yes.
Oh, well, I know.
I was going to say, I will learn that down the road, but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we got to learn it now, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff critical as we get older.
Yeah.
Got to have some me time. So I'm trying to get better. I'm taking piano lessons.
Really?
Nice.
Shout out to Miss Marshall. Yeah, I'm taking some
Okay.
piano lessons, trying to get back into my music a little bit. I always just say, grown men need hobbies. You got to have hobbies.
Yeah.
You got to have hobbies. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It's funny. I know when I was younger, my mom played the piano.
did she?
Always wanted to teach me, and I had no interest.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to make beats, though.
Yeah.
I'm just playing the piano.
She still plays.
Beats.
Shout
Oh, really?
out to her, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up,
It
man.
annoys the hell out of my dad. I'll tell you.
All right.
I don't know why.
Again, Everybody need hobbies. But that's what's going on for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Tone want to know how the Eagles fans feeling. Yo, come on. Eagle fans feeling crazy. They feeling
Feel
really good, Tone. You feeling good. That's why you asked the question.
Super Bowl or bust.
I don't know about that. But I mean, okay. I mean, whatever. I don't know. You'll be
that's
fine.
my early statement.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get there.
I mean, some people say Philly's World Series a bust.
What, for this season?
Yes.
I mean, it's playoffs. I mean, you got to at least get back to the playoffs.
No, you said earlier that it's World Series or a bust. So don't change the narrative.
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
It's all right. I don't know about Dynasty though.
Nah, we get it.
I know you're a little far for Dynasty, Tone.
You got to win one at least before you even. You got to win two.
Yeah. You just see y'all get at the table and get happy. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the problem
That's true.
too. You come to the table and you don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Just come in, fit in. You still
Have a seat.
You're in the building though. You're in the building.
Find your place
You're in
card.
the
and have a
building.
seat.
You're in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
All right. Anything else, Coach?
Nah,
All right.
You're in the building.
Yeah, you're
You know what
right.
I'm saying? You're in the building.
It's good because now I can always just at least hang my hat on that.
Yeah, and it's just to say this real quick. I was talking to somebody. I was talking to Aloe, and I said, "Yo, listen, I can understand why Dallas. Like, if you're a Dallas fan, I understand it because somebody in your family was a Dallas fan. It's a legacy, right? I have more understanding for a New Jerseyan that's a Dallas fan than I do for a New Jerseyan that's an Eagle fan.
Oh, here we go.
I do.
it makes absolutely no sense.
sense.
I think it does, though.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
It makes no sense because of what you just said.
And because everybody in New Jersey, no matter what New Jersey team that hates Dallas.
Okay. So, to your point, you're going to say, well, listen, to be an Eagle fan, that means what? Somebody in their family was an Eagle fan. So that could be fair. That could be fair to say, right, from that angle. But then the other angle is, I just don't see how you don't root for like the Giants and the Jets. Like I don't understand that when they play in your state.
You know what would be interesting? If they were called the New Jersey Giants and New Jersey Jets, it might be different. But growing up, I didn't know they played in New Jersey.
No.
Okay.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay.
There's your front runner New Jersey question of the week.
Okay.
If the Jets and the Giants
Play
had been named the New Jersey
Jersey Nets.
Jets.
Or New Jersey Jets, New Jersey Giants, then you would probably root.
There's a greater possibility.
possibility.
And it's hard to know because everybody's like, no, I hate the Giants. Like that's what everybody out here is going to say. But I think there's a greater possibility.
Okay.
Maybe that. Would there be a greater possibility?
Especially coming up. Because as you're coming up, when you're growing up, your first instinct is just like who you're told to like.
Yeah.
Like this is who we like.
Right.
Right? As you get a little older, maybe you start,
Yeah.
I like this team. I like that team. I like that
You
team.
just have a little more choice.
Yeah.
Right.
But usually that's based off of who's good.
Sure.
Right.
So that's where the Dallas thing comes in. Because when I was growing up, Dallas was
That was
good.
That was
Phenomenal.
awesome.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the Jets weren't.
Right. They weren't that good.
Giants weren't.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. But the thing about it is like the Trenton Thunder. Right? Trenton Thunder. No, they play in New Jersey. And they get a lot of people in New Jersey love the Trenton Thunder.
Yeah.
They do. They do. But they're affiliate of the
Yankees.
Yankees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but they love the team because they play
In Trenton.
in Trenton with South Jersey, right on the New Jersey Mason-Dixon line. You know
I
what I'm
think that's
saying?
actually I think Trenton, is that beginning of the North?
Or if
Central?
if it's the beginning of the North, it's the beginning of the South too. Right?
South.
Yeah. No,
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm
on East Bay.
That whole Mercer County thing is kind of like its own thing.
It is. Mercer, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
'cause-
like,
But the point I'm making is that, you know what I'm saying? I think you should just root for, I think you root for people that's in your home state. They play in your state, you should root for.
oh, my. You're going to find a way to
I'm
stick
going to
this
leave it
in.
alone. No, I'm going to leave it alone. I understand. I'm going to leave it alone. I understand there's proximity and,
I think it's easy for you to say that
sure,
because you don't have to deal with it.
absolutely.
But if Buffalo was the only team in New York, right?
Okay.
And the New Jersey Nets and the New Jersey Jets and the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Rangers and the Jersey Islanders all existed, as much as you want to say the Buffalo Bills would be your team, it's not true.
You don't think so? No. Bills, baby.
Yeah, I know it's easy for you to say it because you have to deal with it. But well, I don't think that's true.
But, I mean, I was more Syracuse than St. John's.
But Syracuse is also...
yeah.
They're also like...
They're right by Buffalo.
Right, they are. But they're also in the Garden.
Okay. That's fair.
They're always in the Garden.
Okay. That could be fair, too. That could be a little fair.
It is.
Okay, that could be fair. I'll think of another scenario. All
right.
Yeah, it's all good, though. Listen, man, let's go Sixers, baby. Let's go Sixers. Shout out Aaron Nola for that gem he pitched. Again, I just got to go there because it was a gem. You know what I'm saying? It was a gem. It was 8 innings.
Great outing.
1 run.
Great outing.
Oh, my gosh. Did you say, was your language great or you said good outing or something? I'm not sure. But it's all good.
I have to go back and look. Great outing.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Going for the sweep today. Going for the sweep.
Let's go. Let's go.
But listen, give me a game 1 prediction before we head out for the Sixers Celtics.
I think we still won.
Okay.
I think Paul Reed. I think Paul Reed. What do they call him? B-ball Paul. Yo, he used to be the MVP of the G League, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he plays phenomenal. There's a unit out there. I think that really highlights James, and I forget what I read it in the paper. He talked about. I think it was that there's him, Yang, Tobias, or is it Melton and Mac? There's some unit out there that they really play well together. So I think that he, Paul's like a young Theo Ratliff, man. And to be honest with you, he can recover more out to Horford.
True.
Than Joel. True. Mm-hmm. And I thought that's where we lost that game when Horford got hot, right? And we were up big, right? Yeah. Right. So, you know what I mean? I think, so it really should be 2-2 instead of 3-1, right? But we lost that game, right? And it's because they didn't get out on Horford. So I think defensively, in some aspects, we might be a little better. But Boston has those ancillary parts that they're just phenomenal. The Malcolm Brogdons, you know what I'm saying? Derek White, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even the other dude, what's his name? Williams?
Can't stand Grant Williams.
Yeah, Grant Williams, but he's tough though. Mm-hmm. He's tough, you know what I'm saying? So we just got to be better, man. But I think we'll do okay though.
We'll steal that one?
I think we will.
Coach?
I'm going to go Boston in game 1, and we're going to get beat up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get beat up a little bit.
I think the Sixers are done tomorrow night if Joel doesn't play, and I think I agree. I think the Celtics come out and give us a good spanking. So
okay.
All right. Well, listen. With that said, for Coach, for Jay, appreciate everyone following us again on all the social platforms. Once again, check out frontofnewjersey.com. They have some really awesome local articles, and they just did another business expo for some of the local small businesses. Go check them out. For Jason, myself, for Coach, we'll catch you next time.
All right.